the traversing from the spiritual world into the physical world is now accomplished. And that's why we say tihiwa, the sneeze of life, the tihiwa Māori ora. What's Māori? And we had a bit of one to make sure that we were on the same whakaaro for Māori. Māori is, energy is te hihi. Te hihi, the pure energy that comes from, that's contained and described in whakapapa. Māori is giving some divine spark to that divine energy. And Māori is the way in which wairua is put into action. Now, having said that, that actually means that we have a responsibility that when we're talking about Māori, when we say Māori ora to each other, it actually doesn't stop there. When we say Māori ora to each other, that actually implies, or that means that there is a responsibility that we have towards each other to maintain the continuous flame of the divine spark that we have inherited from our tupuna, then to our the te kōpū, and then to the te hewa Māori ora ki te whea ki te ao marama. So from there we then nurture in the first instance, because when we talk about ka whakātungia te pepi ki tōna ao tūroa to this physical world, and we give them up to the four winds, and we replant the whenua ki te whenua, that kei roto I tērā wetahi āhuatanga whakaora Māori. So it's no accident that we say ka māwiwi koe or karangirua koe, when you have some of these issues of really discontent, if you like. This is not about pōrangi or any of that. It's about a little bit wairangi, ānini, raini, all those sorts of things, that there are places that you can go to, and we say, hoki ki tō kāinga, kia pūrea koe, e te hau o te kāinga, o tō iwi, o tō maunga. And that means go home to the place where the winds will replenish you. The other thing that we do talk about, and this comes from our whakapapa, it comes from our whakatauki. The other thing we talk about, ka whenua ki te whenua, and so if your child or if you are starting to have āwangawanga, you go back to the place where you put your whenua, the whenua of that child, back into the whenua, back to papa tuanuku, and that's where oranga and Māori ora can be regenerated again. So it's not just this thing that flies around, it's actually, and we'll talk about the ones that do fly around, but it's actually a process of maintaining te oranga te Māori kia orai te wairua.
Yeah, te Māori tau.
Yeah.
E te iwa o te karariraru te Māori. E taia te whakaro a konei kei roto I ngā auatanga whakamomori. Ne? A konei e pēra haere ana. Hea te mea tika hei kia mohi tūturu tātou me whakamomori rānei mau I ke no atu.
Kei roto, e tērā, kore tātou mohi o me piha te tiaki kia I te Māori tangata. Te Māori o te tangata, te Māori tangata. Kia noho pūmau e ia ki tōna mana tangata ake. Pea. Because Māori rerere is when, if we don't take care of Māori, and we don't actually always aim for Māori ora or Māori tau, ka rerere te Māori. And, I often think about, and totally not mental health or addictions or all that stuff, I actually talk about a view that I have on cancer, that often cancer's having ascendancy on our people at the moment, because horekau te Māori tau kei roto I a tātou, we're being so subjected to all the things of colonisation, of depression, of oppression, and of all those sorts of things. We can actually write the list that kua kore te Māori e tau. And so, you know, often when I'm talking to groups or when our mahi around working through how not to get cancer, actually I think that one of the things that we keep missing is me pēha te whakatau I te Māori, Māori rerere, tēnei wā, ka tau atu ki tēnā, ka tau atu ki tēnā, and we actually have to reclaim our power and our mana and our āhua whakahaere kia tau mai ai te Māori, so we can actually be effective in the work that we do. And we do that for ourselves, but we actually need to do it for our whenua, for our whānau, for our... and Raiha talked about how Māori is everywhere and in everything. And if we can't find it in our people, we can find it in our trees. If we can't find it in our trees, this is why everyone puts Māori stones and all sorts of things around, but we can find it in the things around us. Ko reo koe mo te kotahi tonu te Māori o ngā mea katoa. Te Māori o ngā mea katoa.
Ai, te Māori o ngā mea katoa. Kei reira, kei tōna tauranga, ka tau atu ki e rā ahuatanga katoa. Me whakaro ki te hare a tātou tāne whakairo, ka tuaina he rākau hei whakairo mā rātou, ka karaki a rātou. Ka karaki a rātou ki tērā rākau, ki te Māori, ki te Wairua, ki ngā āra a Māori, kei roto i e rā āhuatanga. Ka tuaina tērā rākau, me whakahare e rā āhuatanga katoa. Ka whānau he pepe, ka manaki tia te whaia, me te pepe, kia ora I te Māori.
So, kia koe, reha te take me whakatau te Māori. Reha te hua o te whakatau I te Māori.
Kia mautunu, mo ake tunu atu.
Kia ora
Hei
tonu.
Jackie, hei whakaora I tēnā tangata, tērā pepe, tērā wahine, tērā kia mautunu. Hoi anō, kia kite mai tai a tātou tamariki mokopuna, kia mohi o rātou, me whai I tērā huarai. Hei painga anō mā rātou, ne? Hei whakaora anō hei Māori o rā anō, mō rātou, mō a rātou uri whakatupu, me a tātou mokopuna katoa. Nō reira, kia kaha tātou ki te chaki o tātou tinana, kia ora pai ai o tātou Māori, kia pai ai tō tātou awhina e te iatu, me o rātou Māori. Ne?
Ka pai, ka rongo koe te kōrero atoa e te atanei, meana me whakarongo tātou ki o tātou tai tamariki, ki te hunga taiohi, ne? And so we've been deliberate about talking about mai te whaiao ki te ao marama mai te tamariki, because mehe mea pono ana tātou, ki tēnei mea te taki Māori, e kore taia te whakakore I te Māori o te tamariki, o te tamariki o te tai tamariki. And I think sometimes we forget that within our Māori, there are some rules that we should be living by, and one of them is Taki Māori. And it's actually really not hard, as be nice people, you know. Not even.
Well, Māori in itself, it's never seen, it's never heard, it's felt, it's sensed, but it's never heard, and it's never seen. It hasn't got a body. It's an essence that each and every one of us have. Paki ke rawa ki te kōrero ni te roto. Ai. So, Māori is there whether you know it or not. Māori is with you, though you realise it or not. So, it's your well-being. If you look after yourself, kei te pai tō Māori. Ne, te pai tō Māori ka piata mai tōta, tinana. Kare, kumea tō.
You should have seen us last night. We had a massage. We had a wonderful woman who's come to this week who gave us a massage, and we were Māori beautiful. We were shining. And we'll have some of that sometimes too.
And Māori katoa ngā mea katoa.
I just want to talk a little bit there. So Māori exists everywhere, and Māori requires some attention, and Māori requires some work. So we've got Māori atua, we have Māori manaki, We have Māori ora. We mostly all talk about Māori ora, almost like in its, on its own. But Māori ora is relative to all the other things as well. Māori tangata, we often don't talk about Māori tangata. We say Māori ora kia koe, but we don't say Pihama tō Māori tangata. Kei hea te Māori o te tangata. We have Māori kia uai ki te whenua, and if we're talking about mana and tapu and all of that vested in our whenua, and let's go and claim more of our whenua back. Anyway, so we have more mana. We have Māori o te whenua. And all of those things are around ensuring that we have oranga, but not oranga as our physical, it's our spiritual and all of that sort of stuff, but it's our oranga tangata whenua. You know, kei a tātou, mā tātou wano, e whakakainga, e whakawhenua, te oranga o te Māori. And if we plant Māori back into our whenua, and it doesn't matter if you've got 100 acres or one, actually make sure you put it there. And so you can revisit it. If you haven't put your whenua tamariki back into the ground where you know where to find it, usually up home we plant it there and we plant a tree. And you've got a Mapuna like me, you've got a garden, you have a bush. Because there's too many trees in our backyard sort of thing. We live in the bush anyway. But actually being active about that, so that when you're mokopuna, ka mawiwi, ka awangawanga, you go back and you sit by the whenua, ki te whakatau anō i te Māori, and say, this is what we need to be doing. I just want to read to you that Māori has a whakapapa, and it goes like this. So, te aka begat te rapunga, the seeking, te whainga, the pursuit or the groping towards, te kukune, the stretching and elongation, te pupeke, the enlarging, te hihiri, which is the elemental and pure energy. So you get to te hihiri. Māori ora is about activating that pure divine spark of energy that gives us life and oranga. And so the original seed placed in te kore and te kōwhao, the nothingness and the abyss, contain the Māori, which impel the seed to send forth the roots to begin their quest to fulfill the latent urge towards being. So Māori is about being and about ensuring that our being is actually in a state and acknowledgement of the divine whakapapa we come from, and that we're in a state of well-being, perpetual. So we move from te hihiri begat te mahara, and so now this is the mental health part, and somehow we don't get enough of this conversation. Te hihiri begat te mahara, the subconscious, te hinengaro, the deep mind, te whakaro, the consciousness, te wānanga, the knowledge and wisdom, and te whē, the